work? Oh, we're live.
Oh,
Such a quick process.
I know. Hi again.
Oh, it's raining.
I guess everybody wants us at this time of the day. Oh, it's been
a couple weeks.
I know. I mean, I have seen you off and on, but yeah. So my Aussie family is visiting right now, and we went to Chico for a few days, and then we went up to this fun little cabin way up on near the Boulder River, and it's called the Empty Bar, which I thought was kind of funny.
That's a good ranch name, probably, the Empty Bar. I guess you could, like, don't they have all those ranch symbols?
Like brands and stuff? Yeah, I don't know that they have a brand. I haven't seen it. Anyway, the people that rented it were so nice, and, you know, the place is a great cabin, so if anybody needs a cabin, I'm happy to recommend. I've got all the info.
So tell me about the weather, because the weather here is really, really shitty.
It rained the whole way there.
Like poured down rain.
Yes, it was just pouring rain. Like our windshield wipers were just, and then going up, getting up when we hit the dirt road on, you know, there was places where like, oh, I hope that isn't 6 feet deep, you know, because you can't see the bottom of the puddle.
How long did you go on the dirt road?
It's, about an hour's worth of drive.
On the dirt road?
Yes.
You're kidding.
Yeah, and you're only going like 25 miles an hour.
Oh.
So it's really not that far, like mile-wise, the way when we think of it,
slow.
but when we're going really slow.
Yeah.
And you have to try to avoid the potholes that you can't see. And our cars, we did clean our cars. I know our cars did great. My Outback, the Crosstrek did really well.
Okay, so you took the right. You knew going in that you were needing. You had don't take your fancy car.
Well, Jim's is all-wheel drive too. We had to take every car, to be honest, because we had
all the car seats.
2 families that needed 2 car seats each. Plus, I mean, there was a lot.
Stuff.
It was a lot of stuff.
So then, did it rain while you were there?
It rained a good portion, and the problem was the guys were planning to fish. Well, the river was just, it's still raging. So high and was just raging. Like usually I think this is more of a quiet sort of river, but it was like, you saw whitecaps. They tried fishing.
Floating tree branches.
Yeah, it was, what was really funny though, so James, I don't know what got into him, but we finally got to this like water spot. James is my Australian son-in-law. He's 6'4", just really lanky. He just got down to his swim trunks, and he just got in this ice cold water.
Oh, really?
Like, you know, I've been on the wrong side of the water in June at Flathead Lake. I know how cold it is.
Yeah.
And he just sat there for about a minute. He said his goal was 7. And I had my timer going. He did not get to 7. It was maybe a minute 15.
So he did that just to say he'd been in the ice cold water.
I think so. I think so. I got it on video.
Well, it's proof. Proof. That's
and then the other thing, I know that you probably have lots to talk about too. So Cooper went to Prison Paw, and he had a small little medical issue. Small, like it was a bug bite, but the bug bite, you know how a molehill grows into a mountain, it kind of was like that because he wouldn't leave it alone. Anyway, they wanted to put a cone on him, and they were thinking about sending him home. Well, we're trying to figure out how that's all going to work with everybody home. And I found this thing. It's sort of like half a pantyhose, kind of, sort of. It's really weird looking. They call it lick sleeve. I know it sounds weird. But basically, it's like a half a pant that you put on a leg.
Like a stretchy.
Kind of, yeah. And it goes over whatever wound they have, and then it wraps around their waist. And they can move.
Yeah.
And they don't have to have a cone on their head. It is amazing. We got a message from our gal that's the head of the Prison Paw program, and she said, I am so glad that you got us that, because it's amazing how he can participate. And, you know, if we all had to walk around with a cone on our head, we'd be pretty depressed.
Well, how's it going to work when he gets neutered? It'll have to be a cone.
Yeah, that might have to be a cone. Because this thing does not cover that area. So
maybe they have one that covers that area.
But they still have to pee. He got lipstick, I guess.
Danke.
Anyway, so that's sort of been what my mind's been on in like a million different places.
Yeah.
What have you been doing?
Working.
But you're going on a trip soon. You have to at least
And
sort
planning.
of plan.
Yeah, working and planning. And I am prepping. I'm going to be having, there are going to be 5 20-somethings in my house with 6 on an unknown day right before we leave.
Okay.
So
You have to plan for food.
a little bit, but it's also super up in the air. I'm like, Ed, what are you guys doing? I don't know. I mean, there is a wedding that they're coming for, so
you know they're at least going to land.
they'll land. I said, well,
And maybe
I'm sort of planning a little bit of food. He's like, oh, thanks.
Maybe if you just loosely have a few meals, a couple meals you can throw together, because they're probably
Right.
going to go to friends' houses, or the
Well,
wedding's going to have
yeah,
food.
they're all- I
So
know,
is it
so.
how many days?
Carrie's getting here with 2 friends on Tuesday. And then Ed's coming, I think, Wednesday with his
And the
friend.
wedding is?
The wedding is Saturday, the
Okay,
day
so
that
there
we
is
leave.
a few days. Okay.
But there's like a vague floating trip on Ed's end. Carrie's, anyway.
We've always said a floating trip before a wedding is not a good idea.
I think that's actually after, because he's there. I think he and John are hanging around maybe the week after, but I'm not sure it's in Billings. It was super vague.
Okay, well.
And Ed got his hair cut. He got a mullet.
Oh. I cannot wait to see him.
I have a picture. Yeah, it was
I wonder
funny.
how long that will last.
Well, the thing about Ed is he has gorgeous hair, and it's thick and wavy.
So
And-
it's perfect for the mullet
Well,
style.
and he had it kind of long, and it looks good, but he seems to be like challenged as far as washing it.
Oh.
Carrie and
feel like-
Carrie gave him some really specific directions. I mean, these are like 25 and 23-year-olds talking about.
I do.
And it's thick, and I know it's probably bugging him. He's like, yeah, I just got it. He's like, it's not a crazy mullet, but anyway, so it's kind of curly on top. Like,
Well, it's
shade
kind
on
of
the
a
side.
style.
They're
right
definitely
now,
stylish,
so,
and I'm like,
yeah.
well, it probably fits right in.
Yeah.
And then, he still has his mustache. So there was an article in the New York Times a couple days about mustache style. What does it say about you?
What
I
does
sent
it
that to
say?
him.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny.
Okay, YouTube
Okay.
giveaway.
Okay,
YouTube giveaway.
all right. So, every time you subscribe, a new person subscribes, and make sure you comment on our video. The last time, which obviously it was 2 weeks ago, not last week, you are in the running for a really cool prize.
Yeah,
And
giveaway.
today, I would say this
All
is
the
a
people that comment,
very-
not just new people that comment.
Right.
No,
Right.
anybody. You just need to be a subscriber and then comment. So yeah. So look at this really cool skein of yarn.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Somebody I know that likes jewel tones is really gonna love that, and her name is Norma.
Norma Scheidecker.
Yep. I think that
You're the winner.
we will find a great project for you.
Yeah, so
to do
this
with
is
that.
a sample that the Hedgehog Fiber team sent us. This beautiful yarn.
It's 66% alpaca and 34% silk.
Alpaca boucle. It's very
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah, it's really gorgeous. The colors are exquisite. We do not have this in stock. This is a sample, so.
Mm-hmm. Very pretty.
But Norma,
Thank you all. We're up
lucky
to
Norma.
871 subscribers.
Oh my!
I
okay.
checked. We were 872, and then it went to 871. I don't know. I guess.
We weren't good enough.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you wearing?
Okay.
Okay, Sue.
Mira. I can't remember who designed
Elizabeth
this.
Smith.
Oh, Elizabeth Smith. She's a great designer. And I knit it with Kestrel, which is a linen worsted weight tape. Great yarn.
We sort of coordinate.
We
I
do,
kind
don't
of
we?
feel like today. So I don't have a ton of summer sweaters, and this one I did not make. Wendy Jam
Wendy
made
made
it,
it,
and
uh-huh.
it was sort of right at the beginning
Yeah,
of
sample.
the store. And so this is called the Pagoda. It's actually quite interesting. It's got a series of drop stitches in.
It's distressed.
Yeah,
It's like your ripped jeans.
Yeah, my jeans aren't ripped though. But so this was made. It's called Pagoda. It's designed by Erica Knight. And the yarn that we used was her studio linen, which we don't have anymore, but
That would
Mojave
work.
would be beautiful.
That
for
baby
that.
soft DK would be nice. The
That'd
baby
be
soft.
that'd be
Mhm.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
very
yeah,
nice.
great choices.
Yeah, we've got options.
Okay. Do we need to
Okay.
talk about what we're making, what we're knitting, before we jump to the
I'm
next
still
thing?
working on the Cozy Classic Raglan Light.
I would say
one
you
stitch at
are
a time.
very close to being done.
Got some
Oh,
ribbon
cute.
down there.
Gonna rad. Yep.
Yep.
Are you gonna edge it with any hot pinky?
I am.
Okay, cool. I am making for the shop a sample. And where is my top? Here it is. This is actually the back. It's called Lake Manzamo. I think that's
Cape,
what it's called.
right?
Cape. What did I say? Lake? Yeah, it's Cape. Thank
Yeah.
you. And I am knitting it out of the Noro Akari Solo, which really is.
How do you like it?
I love it. I love it.
Have you ever not liked an Oro
No,
yarn?
not really.
Like, to the
I-
general group, huh?
Yeah,
No.
right. No, yeah, it's really,
Yeah.
it feels, I mean, it's mostly silk, this
Mhm.
yarn. It's gorgeous.
Very pretty.
And I love the kind of mottled effect. So I'm
Mhm.
already, I've already started the back,
So, yeah.
or the front. So the back has just the one lace motif. This one has 3, which I decided it's good to do the back first so you can memorize that little
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Cute.
Yep.
Very
So,
cute. Pretty
Anyway, that should be done.
Pretty,
not
pretty.
too much
Okay.
later.
So last weekend it was the not Ales to Trails, but TrailNet sponsored Tour de Fleur, and that was fun. I think they did not have as great of a turnout just because
the
of
rains
the
were
weather.
so bad. I hope this weekend's going to be better.
So, but it was fun to see everybody, and I'm pretty sure they got. Wait a minute, I'm talking about
Okay,
something
hurry.
else. Also, it was Springfest at the Moss Mansion, and I think that was actually a really good turnout, especially given the weather.
Yeah, I kind of
so-
wish that I had been able to go see that.
Yeah, I never can. Anyway, so that was fun. This Saturday, it's the DBA Downtown Billings. The Downtown Association is doing the mini golf tournament. I think it's like the 3rd annual.
I think it
This
is.
is part of our
Yeah.
little golf hole.
So we'll have our little green out there.
Yep.
You do have to register, and it's a fundraiser for the DBA and fun. I think everyone has a great time.
Yeah,
I will say last year our hole was the most colorful.
it's going to be this year
It's-
too. I
it will
think,
be.
so.
And
Yeah.
I looked it up. There's a tea time at 10:30 and at 12:30, I believe.
Yeah, I think.
Are
you
they
can
sold out?
No, I
don't
think you
think
can
so.
sign up as an individual too.
Okay.
I saw some little blurb
Okay.
on their social
I mean,
media.
they probably don't want people just showing up, but I feel
You
like
do need to sign
yeah,
up.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's there's prizes and giveaways, and we contributed to that. So yay.
Yay.
Okay. Now we've got a few new things to talk about, really.
Yeah.
Like
so
new.
remember we had our Beartooth Pass colorway.
Yeah, for local yarn store
From-
day, we had Beartooth Pass from Western Sky Knits, and this was her interpretation based on a color, which was like some wildflowers and some greens, and then blue sky. And we've got that beautiful little sample that Jennifer knit.
Yay, Jennifer.
So the slub sets from Kim at Western Sky are super. They're lovely, and carry them together, do these fabulous tassels, and bingo, you've got a beautiful scarf.
I love it.
So we got a restock of that. Plus, we have some individual sock and DK weight skeins.
Yeah.
And on your desk, Linda, to process are some onesies, like
Right,
just the
actual
slub or
singles.
just the mohair.
Right, okay, because I don't think we had those before.
Right, we didn't. So that's back. And then we have the Two Sisters Beartooth Pass interpretation, which we talked about before, but it's her stripy sock yarn, which also does scarves, hats, mittens, those kinds of things. So for anyone who loves our little region, these are great souvenirs, gifts.
Yeah, I love. They're
Um,
they
for
they
yourself.
kind of coordinate seriously.
Yourself or others,
Let me see
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could totally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
because
cute.
that is right here.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh yeah,
You
that,
could do Cozy Classic Raglan Light. Beartooth Pass.
Oh my gosh,
Little
that would
t-shirt.
be so cute.
It would be cute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What a
fun.
great idea.
Okay, and then Also, the slub sets, we've had them before when Kim was here with the trunk show, and they were that started
They were
the ball
a
rolling.
hit.
Look.
Hit.
Looky.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that pretty? Yeah, a whole basket full. So, thank you. They're great.
Oh wow, those
Love
are
'em.
gorgeous colors. So, are those?
Those are ready.
Okay, those are ready to
For
go.
sale.
Okay, coolio.
They're not like Beartooth Pass, but
Right,
anyway,
right.
they're gorgeous. Okay.
Okay.
And then we have a new scarf kit that came yesterday.
Yes. So this is from
Beat Street.
Beat Street, and
Look.
they produce or distribute these gorgeous yarns with silks and
This is a silk kit. It's 2 different silks
right, and 2 different colors.
to make a little scarf.
Kind of this really
Just
tone
a
on tone.
Simple, nice
And
travel project.
Tone on tone in color. Tone on tone if you want to think about it like texture, because there is a silk that is definitely more of a matte
potential.
finish
It's
silk,
better-
and then
better further
this
back.
one is definitely shinier. So here, you want to put that up there?
Aren't they pretty?
Yeah,
I love
this
the colors.
Beautiful, like teal and sea foam is just gorgeous.
So we have 2 of each color. On the website, they're not designated by color. You'd have to like put a note in there if you want a color. Otherwise, come in. The packaging on these is so cute. Easy to gift.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I love that about a kit. You can get a kit to make life easy for your new project.
Yeah.
Or if you have a friend who is a knitter or you're shopping
Yeah.
for someone, that's
Yeah.
a great way to do it when you,
Yeah.
it's always going to look
So it's
good.
a grab and go thing. They're beautiful. Okay, and then the textured knits book has come in, which is also
I really
beautiful.
have to take a look at that.
We poked through a couple of and came up with a couple of ideas for. That's a
cute.
beautiful
Uh-huh.
kind of summer sweater.
With the
I'm not
one-
sure we can pronounce it, but we thought that Lana Vendele chic blend
Viana? Is it
would
Viana?
be really
I think so.
beautiful for that. It's knit with fingering weight. Probably a non-superwash fingering weight would be the route I would go on that. Yummy.
Where's that stripy
Look at the
one?
little picot in there. Isn't it pretty? Just a nice detail. And then there was one other one that we just wanted to highlight because it is knit with Vovo.
That one is gorgeous.
So little textured cable, and then they ran mohair through it.
Okay.
So isn't that a clever little detail?
It is. I love this whole book
Yeah.
is full of clever
There's a
little
bunch
details.
in there.
Yeah, I am
So Vovo,
really want to get
a
to
beautiful sport weight Portuguese wool.
And so you run the little detail is mohair? Is
Just
that
at the
how that
very
works?
end, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's beautiful.
It's super subtle.
Is-
And
see
I
if I can
think
get that
what
to
I
show
kind of
up.
like about that too is you could switch up the mohair. You could take the
Oh.
mohair out. I mean, I think
There's-
that's just coming up through the little cable. And I think it would be pretty without the cable, without the little stripe too. But
But then you wouldn't really notice it maybe as much.
maybe not as much, but anyway, this is full of loveliness. There's a textured sock pattern in there. There's a
cover.
couple of shawls, many sweaters. It's again very well done from the Lina Publishing House.
Yeah, I can't wait
Can't,
to
like-
really take a good look through
We
that.
do have one friend of the shop who seriously has a fabulous collection of Lina books. I mean, she just gets them all,
She
and
should-
I bet
yeah.
that's a beautiful shelf to look at.
Oh,
It's
I'll
really,
bet.
really,
I'll bet.
yeah. Yeah, very nice.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on that book.
Yeah, it's fun to look at. Okay, so those some new stuff. Just FYI, I was doing just some cleaning because I did say that all I've been doing is working, so that's exactly what I mean here and at home. So we now have a little lending library at the shop, and by lending library I mean you can take the book and I don't care if it ever comes back. So I'm going to put a shelf in the classroom and come on in, grab one, pass it along, whatever. And I think all of us might
That's
contribute to
super
that.
nice of you, Sue. Yes, I do have some books at home. I don't
Yeah,
really
I think
need,
we all
but,
have some.
but they're all are worthy. That's
Right.
for sure. So
Okay. And then let's see, 4-day knit along is coming up. We've got a few people signed up
that's
to
not
do
it.
it. But that's okay. This little thing, Tulip Guernsey, is still a beautiful sweater, and we have now, I think, 3 people signed up for the class.
okay, good, okay.
And
It's
then
a great
someone was in.
t-shirt.
It's darling, yeah. 4-day knit along. This little sample was knit by Lee, and cute. But look, I want someone to make this lemon twist sweater out of
lemon.
out of a yellow.
Out of a lemon.
And Mojave from Kelborn, they've got 2. Just
And this
fabulous.
is, and the Mojave is a suggested
Yes,
yarn
it
for
is.
this sweater. So
Gorgeous yellows.
I think
Yellow's
I
having
love
a
that.
huge moment right now. The cover of the Pom Pom Quarterly Summer issue is a crocheted top with Mojave. So,
and
I
I
think it's
love
this
this
one.
yellow.
yeah. So, yellow. And then Worldwide Knit and Public Day is on Saturday
So they're hosting something at
at the library.
So
Yep. So from 12 to 2 in the Poplar Materials Room, bring your knitting or crochet. And
is that really public? In a room.
The library's public.
That's true.
And also, out and about all day on Saturday, everyone should have their knitting. As
They're golfing.
Worldwide Knitting and
Mini
Public
golfing.
Day should be every day.
Right.
but there,
Yep.
yeah. So there's an official day this Saturday.
Cool.
And last year we tried to do something like to officially participate. It was a pub crawl, and like 3 people came. So we're not doing anything this year official. But you're always welcome to come down and knit. So
yeah, we should put some chairs out front watching
right.
the golfers.
watching the golf tournament.
Hey, looking at this color reminds me yesterday I wore this shirt and a little sweater this color because we had, well, not just because, but we had family pictures because everyone in the family, and we went over to the Peaks to Prairie Park at MSU where the rocks
nice.
and the fountain and everything, trying to wrangle 4 kids.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, the 1-year-old was the easiest. It was the 5-year-old and one of the 3-year-olds that decided not to participate. But the gal really, we figured out a way to do it. It was really fun. They were just like, okay, we're going to run. We're going to take pictures while we run. So then they were really happy. So I can't wait to see how those come out. So we even took a couple photos of Jim and I.
Oh, good.
Because our 40th is happening this summer. So,
Congrats.
yep, we made it. I asked Jim last night, did you think when we got married you'd be sitting here at 40 years? He's like, yep. So that's good. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, thanks for watching.
Yeah. We'll see
Thanks
ya.
for following us.
Well,
All that
next
good
week.
stuff.
Should be here next week.
Good.
So, yeah.
Great. Have a nice day.
See you later. Have a
Bye.
great one.